Yeager manipulated his own father Grisha to give Eren the ability that he used to manipulate Grisha to give him the ability. 5 seconds in and we are confused. After we start. My point is, when it comes to a character with agency, Eren should be the standard. I want to investigate his actions and circumstances and the effects he had to find out what we can learn from him about agency and why Black Zetsu deserve no respect, even though he basically did the same thing. First of all, let's define agency. In storytelling, agency refers to a character's ability to make choices, take actions, basically influence the plot. It's a measure of how much control a character has over their own destiny and the destiny of others around them. Cool. So agency is power, and power can be internal and external.
What on earth are you on about?
See, before we even look at a character's agency, we have to know where they are and where they want to be. Internal power is the actions they take and decisions they make to get there. Basically, the ability, the internal ability, what they can do themselves. And external power is the circumstances around them that either helps them get where they want to be or impedes them from getting there. Anything outside, even like other people, that's external power or agency. Now, if we apply this to different characters at varying degrees, we get what you call a power struggle. Some people have more power than others. Some have tons of internal power and others have external power. Some are like you and me, can't do shit but watch YouTube all day. The point I'm making is that agency should always be like a war for control. Think of it like politics, a battle to control the narrative. Literally. That is why I think Eren is the model. You don't want to make yourself an Eren Yeager. You just want to see to what extent is your character an Eren Yeager. Like and subscribe. See, the greatest source of internal power in Attack on Titan would be the Titans. So the different nations were fighting to all get control of them. And Eren is special here because the external power, the circumstances that led to him gaining the Attack Titan, ultimately leading him down to increasing all of his internal power so he could do the thing he wanted. You know the thing he did? Those circumstances were by his design. So the external power is technically internal power. He swallowed Grisha's agency when he led him to do what he did to that founding family. Also, he could get that Titan. We saw his journey through everything. We saw him struggle to pass that first test all the way to him being a god to the scouts. I mean, they call themselves the Jaegerists. Okay, some of them, I guess. We saw the agency he had grow to a point where he decides the state he leaves the world in. And yeah, time travel paradox, but it was when he had this level of internal power that he was able to influence his external power from the past to kickstart his journey. This is why I call him the role model of character agency. Now, someone else who manipulated everyone and everything is Black Zetsu, but the reason I can't give him my respect is because we don't see anything specific about him, and then all of a sudden he always had this much power and we must just accept it. It was me all along, and we've seen nothing that hints to this. We see nothing that shows progression. At least we are just told in hindsight. So I don't buy it. And yes, this is another show don't tell video. Your story is only as good as what you show, not what you tell us. Back to the topic at hand, agency. If we keep going by this internal and external power concept I'm proposing, each of them taken to the extreme will give you bad writing. So your goal, as always, is to find a balance. Too much external power will give your character the chosen one effect. Why is everything in their favor? And too much internal power, and your character will be a Mary Sue or Carrie Stu. Why does everything they do work out? And if you push both to the max, your character is an isekai main character. I'm not even going to code it now. But power is about distribution, so there are places for Gary Sues and chosen ones in your story. Traditionally, your villain either has all the internal power like Frieza or all the external power like Johann Liebert, or a mix of both, and it's the hero's job to grow and match them in power. But you get cases like One Punch Man and Superman where they have all the internal power, allowing them to have all the agency, but they have certain external power that works against them, that keeps them from getting what they want. Saitama has to fight boring fights before he can get to the store for them specials, and Superman probably doesn't know where he can find legs to stop his bomb or whatever. Or Levi, I mean, arguably he has the most internal power in Attack on Titan. I think this guy could beat Eren, but it would be circumstances, he's injured, he didn't see Zeke pulling what he pulled. Like, as much as he's unstoppable, you can call him a Gary Sue if you want, but like, he's unstoppable, but the circumstances around him, the external power, it works against him. Power must always be a struggle. So like I said, you can have chosen ones here and there, and you can have Gary Sues here and there. As long as you know that there are characters with their own agency that will challenge them, there are certain consequences that come with the actions they may take, and there may be certain circumstances that work against them. Just know that power must always be a hierarchy, and the more power, the fewer challenges, but the harder the challenges. A great example of this is One Piece. In the beginning, everyone could sink Luffy, but now there's only 12 relevant characters left that can find the One Piece. I leave the rest to you to figure out while you write your story. To summarize, agency is a character's ability to influence the plots, and there should always be a battle to control the narrative between your characters in your story. Check out this video if you want to know how One Piece's power scaling got to the point of having 12 candidates to find the One Piece. And subscribe to my Patreon if you want to support my channel, or check out my manga in the video's description.